Hello again, everybody. This is Big Lou here. Just thought with the end of the year approaching, I decided to do what my thoughts were on this year. Well, not really on gaming, but just mainly systems in general. And today I'm going to start with the Nintendo Wii. Now, the Nintendo Wii had a very interesting start because this was a big gamble that Nintendo was willing to take with their new control scheme, and luckily for them, it worked out well in the end. Well, 2008, I can honestly say, even though I own a 360 and a Wii, I can say that 2008 was pretty much the most controversial year for Nintendo. Mainly because it all started off great for them with killer titles like Smash Brothers, No More Heroes, and questionable Mario Kart. But then afterwards, it seemed to have just, for most people, it just dried up, and it was just like, okay, don't worry, wait till E3, because when E3 hits, then it's gonna be amazing. And then E3 hit, and then that's when everybody figured that, oh my gosh, they completely forgot about us. Because we were getting all hyped up. You saw the smoke screens and everything, and everybody's like, okay, this is it. This is the killer app. This is it. What the heck is this? Wii Music? Oh no! At least last year's Wii Fit was more explainable, but oh my gosh, this is it. So then, from that time on, people were just like, you know what, screw this, man. I'm abandoning the Wii and whatnot. For me, it was kind of, yeah, I remember what it was like. I was watching it on the internet that day and then seeing the big presentation of Wii Music. Wow. So, aside from all that, people just forgot about it in general. And it seemed that one of the biggest complaints people had about the system was the lack of third party support. Now, I will admit I would tend to agree, but then I decided to do a little bit more searching at my local Game Crazy, and I really discovered that the fact is there is a lot of good third-party title games for the Wii. The problem is that you have to actually look for it. As with the 360 and PS3, just walk into any store and it's like doo doo doo, oh, this game looks awesome, doo 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 doo. And then for the Wii section, you just look at it and it's kind of hard to find a good third-party game because it's all crowded in with all the mini game compilation games that everybody's grown sick and tired of. So, after I did a little bit of searching, I realized, with the exception of No More Heroes and Zack and Wiki, there was also the Trauma Center series, and then there's the Medal of Heroes 2, and then Bloom Box, and Blast Corps, and Castle of Shimigami 3, and a lot of other third-party games that I actually had to look for to find out, this is an actual good game. And it's a third party. So, now that I look back on it, I think it was kind of funny how people are complaining about the lack of third-party Wii games. But the thing is, like I said before, you really have to look for it. So, aside from all that and the fact that Nintendo had, even though they said, ooh, the mainstream crowd is going to love Animal Crossing City Folk, and even I admit I was anticipating City Folk, but then after I decided to rent it, and then I read a lot of the reviews about how, ooh, it's not like the GameCube and the DS one, and in my opinion, it just seems that for the new Animal Crossing game, they decided to give people... Animal Crossing City Folk, to me, is a game where if you've missed out on the GameCube and the DS version, then yeah, this is a game you'll love. But for me, who have played the GameCube, and I'm still playing the DS version, it's just not a big step up for me. So I just bought more third-party Wii games, and that's what made me came to this conclusion that for me, 2009 is going to be an interesting year for the Wii with all the big killer titles coming out next year. But it seemed that everybody forgot about Nintendo's press conference in October, so that I find hilarious as well. So it seems that for most people, if you was just, yeah, I will admit, if you just walk into a store and you didn't know about any good third-party games, you just walk in there and it's just like, ugh, there's no good games for this system. And then you also have to, and then there's also the Virtual Console, because I mean, geez, I'm in the middle of playing Super Metroid and Link to the Past, and I'm having a real blast with those games. And also the two WiiWare games that I'm constantly playing is Super Soldier R and Alien Crush Returns. And those two games are surprisingly well for a WiiWare title, and also there's Lost Winds. And then for all you Strong Bad Email fans, there's also that game, which brings me to my concern is about that I did in my last two videos about the Wii, that my biggest gripe was the lack of storage space. Well, that has finally been resolved at the press conference, that we will finally be able to use an SD card. We can play the Virtual Console games off our SD card, but we have to wait until the spring for that update to happen. Why do I have to wait until the spring? I have no idea. But that's how they're going to do this. Although I still believe, even though you'll play Virtual Console games off your SD card, I still think Nintendo's going to have it locked, or it has to still play on your system. And aside from that, after I did a little searching of good third-party games, I've had a good time with the Wii. And for people who are on my Xbox Live gamer list, if you see me say that I've been offline for 2 or 3 days, then yeah, you know what I'm doing then. So with that, I'll just draw this to a close, and I'll just say that for my things that Nintendo needs to work on for the Wii, well, space, well, that's been taken care of. For me, also, would be, my biggest gripe would be the fact that there's no demos on WiiWare or Virtual Console. I can't, like, try before I decide to make the full purchase like I can with Xbox Live Arcade, how I can just download the trial version. If I like it, I'll buy the full game. To me, that's my biggest gripe about the Wii. So, aside from all that, nothing else I can think of, so stay tuned later as I do my thoughts on the Xbox 360. And I can honestly say the PS3 one's going to be pretty short, since I don't own the system, so there's nothing much I can say about it. So, until then, take care.